Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 60 of the Everything Motor Racing Podcast. I hope you've had a nice week. This is episode 60. So, Jacob, provide us with number 60.
Mickey van der Mark.
Yeah. World champion in there.
Julian Simon.
Another world champion in there.
Another world champion.
You won't get it.
Well, hit me with the class at least.
500 TC.
Oh, Jesus.
In
like the 70s was it or something?
Yeah, 80s, yeah.
80s. Ooh, hang on then.
I think, wait. Yeah. No, early 90s. That gives it straight away, but...
Early 90s. Oh.
On. He was the only champion in the early 90s for 3 years straight.
Do you know what?
Oh, for fuck. Wayne Rainey. For God's sake, man.
Rainey.
Jesus Christ.
Well, no, in my head, I was like, it's not Freddie Spencer, so who the fuck is it?
I just Googled Wayne Rainey there to like double check, but all that's coming up is number 1 plates. I was like, come on.
Yeah, no, he did run 60 at one point. You've got Dirk Greger as well.
Oh, Dirk Greger, yeah.
And you have the fastest road racer in the world, Peter Hickman.
Oh, yeah, Hickey,
of course.
Hickey, yeah.
What a beast.
There's not that many 60s, is there?
No. So, yeah, he had, 4 TT wins to his tally this week? Including a senior win. You know, yeah, he's the fastest in the world again.
Shocker.
Good innings.
Yeah. Before we do continue, I do want to obviously pay my respects to the 5 who did lose their life at the TT. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to turn this into a debate of, TT's good, bad. That's not what I'm going to do. Everybody has their own opinions of a TT. That's not appropriate at the moment. But yeah, I just wanted to pay respects to obviously Davey Morgan, Cesar Chanal, Roger Stockton, his son Bradley Stockton, and of course Mark Purslow as well, who all gave their life to the sport and gave their lives to their dreams. And yeah.
Yep, when you go to the TT, you might never come back. So just part of the course, isn't it? It's something you take on when you go on that ferry.
Yeah, and they know the risk, but I'm sure they wouldn't have wanted to go any other way. To be honest, to have a short life full of things you loved and a long life spent in a miserable way, as said by Alan Watt.
Or the Marco Simoncelli one is the one I like. You live more on a bike going fast for 5 minutes than a whole life wasted or something. Yeah,
no, I know which one you mean. Yeah, and I liked Glenn Irwin's tweet as well, because he basically said, of all that have passed away and injured in this year's event, thinking of those connected. So it's 2 tweets. Sorry, I'll read one too. Mm-hmm. So it said, first TT tick, fastest ever newcomer tick. Very disappointing to have to retire on lap 4, lapping 182. Problem, last 3 miles slow in the pits to retire, was up to P10, closing P8. However, the most important thing is to think of the families of those who have passed away and have been injured at this year's event. Thinking of those connected with Mark Purslow, Cesar Chanal, David Morgan, and the Stocktons particularly, which was tragic that a son and a dad passed away like that.
Yeah.
Let's throw all our weight behind the TT and support it like they'd all wish for. See you all in 2023.
I think we are approaching the world with how it is at the minute. That I don't think the TT has too long.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't want to talk about this. It's not fun.
No, it's unfortunate. And it's been going for over 100 years.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, moving on from that. So we've had World Superbikes and the Chev this weekend. Obviously no MotoGP, but we do have the German Grand Prix coming up this weekend. Ooh. And we will have the first MotoGP class winner 2012 that's not Marc Marquez.
What a wild statistic.
Do you know what? I just hope now on Thursday, Marc Marquez, press conference there, Marc Marquez just busts the door open. Wrestling music in the background, and he's like, I'm back.
Just
the announcement.
I'm back, bitches.
Stefan Bradl looks over, and then next thing you know, he gets hit with a steel chair.
Yeah.
That's quite the imagination you have.
Yeah, he's got a wild imagination.
It's just WWE, isn't it? Yeah, it's just hilarious. Yeah. I didn't make it up. Okay. WWE has been around since before that code.
Also, in other news, I'm back. Hi.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I've been avoiding it.
There's just so much to talk about. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, come on, let's chat.
Yeah, we got Cameron back finally after 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, 2 missed podcasts, and here I am.
Yeah, I know. And he's not even actually listened to the pods whilst we've been away.
I know. Well, that's
like, he's not even listened to them.
There was just so much to do in Canada, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, like you say, it was a honeymoon, so I didn't.
Your priorities are in the wrong place,
I wasn't
boy.
really like, hold on, missus, I'm just going to sit for 2 hours and listen to these two talk utter nonsense.
Yeah.
Hey, we had Ryan as well.
Oh, yeah, sorry, right? Okay, you even had Ryan.
Yeah, there you go. So
if I'd known that, maybe I would have.
And yeah, he's a fellow Scotsman, you know.
No, I got to be honest. I got some phone calls to make because my attempts to get you detained at the Canadian border, they were unsuccessful.
Well, I saw someone look exactly like me get wrestled to the ground going through security, and I was like, wow, what's that about?
Oh, there we go. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
But
Yeah,
anyway, let's go.
Yeah, it's nice to have you back. Like, it means I don't have to do the audio engineering anymore, so that's good. That's great. I hate doing that job. It's not fun.
I quite like it.
And then he does it for a living, just insulted his livelihood. Like,
yeah, Cameron does it for a living. Yeah, but Cameron would probably hate my job, so it's swings the roundabouts, isn't
That's it.
Everyone hates Jacob's job because he's I'm not even going to say what his job is on here, but yeah.
I don't care. I'm an admin.
You're admin. Fuck admin.
Yeah, fuck admin in particular.
Oh,
Especially Jacob's admin. Shit.
I'm the best at what I do. Fuck you.
So, Sasham Ring. Heading into Sasham Ring. I don't even know where to start this podcast. We'll bring it back actually to this weekend. I just want to give a big shout out to Senna Angus. I can never pronounce his surname.
Aegis.
For bagging Aegis, that's it. Senna Aegis for bagging a double win today at Catalonia. He's only 16.
That's not
in Moto 2.
Yeah, in Moto 2, you should add, give it a bit of gravity.
Yeah,
and the second race was over 12 seconds from Lukas Tulovic.
Unbelievable. And he's a rookie, right? He struggled in Moto 3 with a 6 squad, and now he's just killing it in Moto 2. And he's got probably my favourite helmet design of this year, to be fair.
It's up there.
It's beautiful.
If you get a chance, go on his Instagram and check it out. It's lovely.
Nice.
But, he's just proven the usual Australian thing of more power equal better.
Yeah, unless your name's Remy Gardner, and then I'm joking.
Uh-oh.
Jesus. He's on a KTM. It's shit. It's fine.
That's no
but he got
fault.
all the power, so he should be winning as an Australian, right?
Yes, and obviously Roeda has won both the Moto 3 races with, I think he won that by 13 seconds as well.
At one point, it was 15 seconds.
You don't win a Moto 3 race by 15 seconds.
He literally
Roeda.
had a second a lap over the entire field.
That's what.
That's the Junior World Championship Moto 3. The level is good.
Yeah, and it reminds me of race 1 race 2 in World Superbikes. Like the third, obviously race 2 they call it, but it's the third race. On the last lap, Bautista was lapping a second faster than Toprak.
Wow.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Is that going to happen in Germany this weekend, I wonder, for someone? Because the track lends itself to it with all the lefts, doesn't it?
Marquez isn't riding.
Not saying Mark.
You said Alex Marquez.
Yeah, Alex Marquez. The Alex bot's going to have the CPU, as we say. So
Alex Marquez is going to win this weekend.
If that happens, I will be convinced they put the wrong brother into surgery.
Yeah, but in the World Superbikes, so I've got to say, it is definitely better than MotoGP, right? But it's a little bit. Hold on, it's a little bit like same 3 guys on the podium, innit? Every time. And they pull away and it's like, you see 4th place doing really well and you're like, you still can't catch the gap. So it's like, oh, okay, is it going to be Raya? Is it going to be... maybe I'm just complaining, but I'm getting really freaking bored of racing at the moment because it's just so predictable. In MotoGP's case, it's unpredictable but boring as shit to watch.
No,
Isn't that pretty much exactly what Jacob and I have been saying to you about World Superbikes?
World Superbikes is still better. World Superbikes is still better. It's still better. The first few laps is an unbelievable spectacle. But then once Bautista just gets in his rhythm and is lapping faster than anybody else, then it's just like, okay. Well, I think Raya will be on a Ducati next year, to be honest. I can't see him staying at Kawasaki purely because they gave him a shit bike last year and he had to ride it over the limit. He's having to ride over the limit again. He's shaking his head. He didn't even come on the podium in race 2. He came 4th behind Rinaldi. Like,
Wow.
That's a symptom of
He's-
Misano, I think, though, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. Rinaldi will disappear now for the next few rounds. But
Well, Rinaldi won
Rinaldi-
at Misano last year, didn't he?
last year he
Yeah,
did the
yeah,
double,
yeah,
nearly
but-
got the triple.
Yeah,
Nearly got the
so
triple.
That's what I'm
But,
saying. It's a Misano symptom as opposed to a
Mhm.
Rinaldi symptom.
yeah, but my point is Rinaldi will then not perform for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
They're going to want a guy in there. You know, I think Petrucci's definitely got the shoe in for that one. But if Raya's about, I'd well and truly put Raya on that bike next to Bautista. That would guarantee them a title.
Oh, that would be a combined age of nearly over 70.
Yeah, it would actually.
Yeah, they were over 35, but yeah.
Yeah, but like
They'd be the combined age of Agostini.
Bautista's 38.
Yeah, I don't. For someone who's
Is
nearly
he?
40, why does he have such stupid hair?
37. There you
You
go.
know,
37.
It's time to grow up, Alvaro. Like, put your hair in
Ray is-
ponytails. Get a grip, man.
Ray is 35, so they got a combined age of 72.
Yeah. Agostini age, like,
Jeez.
that's sketchy, you know.
They're all getting old though. I think World Superbike, it's just old guy club now. Isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm top rack,
I was
obviously.
going to say, Top Rack's just waiting for him all to retire and he's just going to run away with it.
Yeah, and obviously Locatelli. But yeah, top rack got his first win. But oh my god, in race 2, he was pushing it so far over the limit to try and stay with Bautista, and he still couldn't do it.
Yeah, well,
It's like-
Yam's
I
not
think they
good
need
at
to
bike.
put They need to put some weight on that flipping Ducati because he is just mincing everyone. He's tiny and he's got full frame.
Mhm.
He can
It's
just
been
absolutely
designed
destroy
for
everyone.
that style though as well. It's not so much about the weight. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
Redding was struggling so much with it.
Yeah, because he's a lardy bastard.
Yeah, he's dense, isn't he? Like,
How's
Yeah,
Redding getting
his
on
style didn't
actually on the BM?
not great.
Oh, he hates it. He hates a BM. He's already said he's just trying to be the fastest BM and that's it. He's
Mm.
like, oh, you know, I'll be outside of the points now for most of the season. Well, outside of the top 10.
Yeah,
It does seem to be like I'll be honest, I haven't paid that much attention to World Superbikes over the last few years, but it does seem to be Top Rack, Jonathan Ray, and then whoever's on the good Ducati is like,
yeah, pretty much.
you know, the top 3, and then really nobody cares about what's happening off the podium. That's
Well, fourth is just Andrea Locatelli pretty much every
Yeah,
round. So.
yeah.
he's the canet of the podium, isn't he?
Yeah, like, I don't know. I do like World Superbikes, but again, MotoGP is getting boring. Superbikes it's good, but again, it's kind of predictable.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what on earth, man? Like, nothing's giving me that racing fix anymore.
I
This
think
sounds
we
so
need-
depressive, but nothing's giving me that. Ugh.
yeah.
Do you know
I'm
what
not
I watched
watching
the
that
other
fucking
day?
scooter racing.
Like-
I'm not watching that scooter racing.
No, like totally off topic. Do you know what I was watching the other day? New Zealand
I can't read
jet
your mind.
sprint. It's these power boats, and they like in water that's been like dug out as a trench, and it's literally the width of a boat, and they
I've
like
seen
turn
this.
like full 180. It's
Yeah.
insane.
It's wild.
If you get a chance, check out the NZ jet sprint. It is bonkers. I've never seen
Will it-
anything like it.
Will it cure my MotoGP blues?
Well, it's something to behold. I can tell you that much. And they run
Yeah.
like proper like V8s in them as well. They are quick.
Yeah,
like,
they're wild things.
quick.
Have you ever
Don't
seen
mate, don't mate.
stadium super trucks?
Yes.
It's some
I was
Yeah.
insane
funny
thing.
enough, I
That's-
was watching highlights of that Tuesday, I think it was. It popped up on my YouTube suggested, and it was in I think it was Long Beach. And the man-made jumps they put in that are like,
yeah, I know. That's it. It's
like
like something from a
30
video
feet
game.
leaps.
It's wild.
and they just landed them. And the video I watched, one track suspension broke on landing, only the right rear, and then he was crawling to the finish like crabbing. Near enough, both his front wheels were off the floor, and he was like, you're like a dog on lino. He was just trying to get grip. It was great.
Yeah,
It was
it's pretty
so
wild.
good.
It's a good one to watch every now and then.
Yeah, it don't compare to bikes like because they've got too many
Nah.
wheels, but it was close.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Anyway,
I'm just gonna break out the mold and say that going to silly season for a bit.
Do it.
And open it with Jack Miller signing for KTM for 2 years.
Mm.
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't
think it's
don't
good.
think we'll see another dry shoey. Put it that way.
If he gets a shoey in there, then he'll become the fifth rider of all time to win a race in 3 manufacturers.
Mm.
Can you name me the other 4?
No.
3 manufacturers
Yeah, they've won a race on 3 manufacturers
in a single class.
in the Premier class.
Right. Okay.
Rossi didn't do it.
No, he's got
Lorenzo
2.
didn't
Oh,
do it.
Lorenzo didn't do it. No. Casey Stoner didn't do it.
It's got to be
Vinales didn't do it.
probably
Hang on,
going
wait,
back
is
to
it-
like
Let me have a think about
Capirossi or
this.
something.
In history, by the way. This is like entire history, but the names you will know.
Chris Vermeulen.
No, he's only won 1 race. Are you mad?
Ago was
I'm
only
just like
MV and
picking
Yam,
a
wasn't he?
random name.
Yeah, Ago's MV and Yamaha, yeah.
2M was only ever Honda.
Melandri?
Eddie Lawson's one of them.
Eddie Lawson is indeed one of them, yeah. Because he won on the Kajiva, the Honda, and the Yamaha.
Yeah. God.
One of them, I'll give you a hint, one of them's regarded as one of the best in history to never win a title.
What, Danny Pedrosa?
No,
No.
the other one.
God.
Gibernau?
Come on, one of them is also, another one is one of the greatest riders of all time.
Javi Cardelus. God, I'm out.
Oh,
I'm
man,
drawing a blank.
yeah.
I know
Ah,
Steady
sorry.
Eddie, but that's about it. They're going to be like 500 riders, isn't they? Nobody done it like
Well,
that modern.
I'm going to
Eddie-
kick myself here.
Eddie Lawson.
Yeah.
Mike Hailwood,
Okay.
you know, one of the greatest
Mhm.
riders of all time. Randy Momola.
Randy. Yeah, of course it was.
And the most recent is Loris Capirossi.
I nearly said Capirossi, like, because I was skirting around. I was like, nah, it wasn't
Yeah,
Capirossi.
Mamola
It
was
was
the
like
other guy
his
I was
peers.
I'm just going through all the Americans, and I thought it ain't Rainey because he was Yam. Freddie Spencer was only Honda. It's
What,
just
what
like-
did Capirossi win on? Ducati?
He
Ducati,
won on
Honda, and
Ducati.
Suzuki.
Right.
no, he
No,
didn't.
not Suzuki.
No. He won on Ducati.
Mm.
No, so he won on Honda,
Oh, yeah.
Ducati, and
He was on the West Honda for a while, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he
Such a
only
lovely
then
bike.
Capirossi. He's only won on Pons and
no, it was
Ducati.
definitely Capirossi. Capirossi is definitely.
No, I literally I'm going through all the teams he wrote.
There we go. There we go. Yamaha. Boom.
Yamaha.
Knew it,
Yamaha.
I knew it.
Which
Yeah,
Yamaha?
because he did the 125s for 2 years, then did 250s for 3 years, 500s for 2 years, including the Yamaha. Then went back to 250s
Right,
for 4 years.
right.
So yeah, Yamaha. There we go. I knew it because
Interesting.
yeah, he did the 250s, then 500s, won a race, and then went back to 250s.
Ah,
Well,
So
'cause
yeah, Capirossi could have won it on Suzuki as well to make it
Mhm.
4.
yeah. He would have been
he,
the only, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would be the only.
wow.
We
He had
need
that West
Maverick to
Honda,
win on
didn't he?
Aprilia now.
Yeah, we need Maverick to win on an Aprilia,
Yeah.
or we need Dovizioso to win on the Yamaha, which is not happening.
No.
Other riders who had the chance, obviously Rossi and Lorenzo. But yeah, Jack Miller, I think, has actually genuinely got the best shot.
the
No.
KTM
No.
can just work somewhere and be untouchable.
Nah, Mavericks.
Yeah,
if
that's it.
anyone's going to get it this season, it'll be Maverick over Miller.
Probably.
Like next season,
Well,
sorry.
it can't be.
You know what I mean? Like-
Nah, I think it'll be Miller. I think Miller will get it.
I think if Maverick does win a race, it'll be this season as opposed to next. Is what I'm trying to articulate.
Right, that's fair. But hey, Maverick is making big steps. To be fair, like he is looking really good at the moment. I'm hoping that it continues. But yeah, for me, I'm quite excited to see Miller on that KTM because him and Brad Binder, firstly, will be a right laugh. But
Yeah,
yeah, like I think him and Brad Binder could work really well. The other rumor is that Paul Espargaro will replace Raul Fernandez in Tech 3, which I put it on social media, I put my neck on the line and said, could be a good move. And everybody laughed.
it is.
But he knew that he knows Tech 3. He was with them for years. You know, he knows KTM. Like, if there is any rider on that grid who can do well on that KTM consistently, it's Paul Espargaro because
It's
he
still
could
his
get a
bike.
podium on. Well, yeah, he could get a podium on a lot of tracks, and that bike hasn't changed too much in the last 2 years.
No.
He out of anybody, right? And I'll fight anyone who disagrees with me.
Like you until what's done.
Paul Espargaro will do well on his KTM return.
I think he'll win a
Genuinely.
race, and I will put
Yeah.
it out. I think he'll win a race. I think he will win on that
Yeah.
Tech 3.
I think he'll
If he
do
goes.
wonders on it, but I don't know about a win. Like, I
On the
wonder
Tech
on
3,
that
gas,
thing.
gas.
Yeah, I'm not sure about a win, to be honest. But
If he gets a top 10, then he's doing really well.
That's basically going to be an evolution of the bike he rode. He's going to know still the intricacies of it more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Well,
that's it. Like, people laugh at me saying that, but I'm like, do you remember who was the man who took it from a garage shed to a MotoGP podium?
Don't say that, because we can have all the British people saying it's Bradley Smith.
No, because Bradley didn't even get a KTM podium.
Yeah, but there's going to be people saying it was Bradley Smith who did it. Same as it was Scott Redding and Bradley Smith who sorted the Aprilia.
If you listen to what I said the guy took it from a garage shed to a MotoGP podium.
Yeah, and then...
It can't be Bradley Smith. He didn't get a podium.
All the British people will be on your back saying Bradley Smith helped.
Well, no, because he didn't get a podium, so...
Exactly. I'm agreeing with you.
Cat and shit.
He's like, all I've had is on the thing, like where I praise Elise, she's saying, oh, what about Bradley Smith and Scott Redding, Sam Lowes? They all helped. Hey, fuck. Absolute balls. No chance.
The other rumour is that Gresini have hired Miguel Oliveira, and Oliveira confirmed that it will be announced before Sachsenring.
So this week, basically.
So we could have an announcement maybe tomorrow.
That'll be good. I think he'll do well.
Yeah, probably Wednesday, innit? Be nice if it's tomorrow, just get it out of the way.
Well,
no.
Jack Miller was meant to be announced at KTM at the Catalan weekend, but Ducati told them no and told them to wait, which probably means that Bastianini was in an event the other day in Italy with obviously Bollega, a lot of the Italian riders, but to have Bastianini and Pecco there and not have Jack Miller,
yeah. But everybody was like, oh, that confirms it. That confirms that Bastianini's going to factory. And I was thinking, well, Jorge Martin probably would have been up there had he not been in surgery. You know what I mean? Like, he probably would have been stood the other side of Pecco.
Yeah, but then did Gia be there? Why wasn't Zarco there?
Yeah.
I think DG's on a Gresini contract, right? Not the Ducati contract. So
he's on a Ducati contract. He's on a Ducati. Yeah. They all are. And why wasn't Bezecchi and Marini there then?
Because Rossi said, no, get to the ranch.
That I think confirms Anea, I think.
Yeah,
Anea confirmed.
I would like to think it is. But I do think Martin would have been there.
Well, none of the other Ducati riders were there, but yeah, okay.
You're just a contrarian, man.
He's just.
I'm on the Anea. That's the thing.
He's a clickbait master. He just says whatever bullshit he knows will get people to get a reaction out of it.
Jake Dixon to RNF? Question mark?
Well, the rumour as well now is that KTM are like fully keen now to do this gas thing.
Yeah.
And
tell me about this.
So Jake Dixon will then be Jake Dixon will probably have his name on the board because he's British and they want a British rider in MotoGP. Why not earning it?
So, you're going to get banned now.
Yeah, I'll get blocked by him on Twitter and like bad MotoGP memes did.
Hey, what do you make of that tweet from Ricard Juve saying that Dixon turned down the RNF Yamaha seat for the rest of this year?
Well, to give some context to it and read the full tweet, it was that Dovizioso will retire mid-season this season, and Dixon was asked if he wanted to do it and turned it down.
What do you make of that?
Well, Dixon has said many times that he never wants to race for RNF and ever again, and that wasn't treated well and that he didn't like it there, blah, 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 blah. So I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, I back it. I think it'd be a stupid move for his career.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're riding. It's a risk. Like any rider who would say Dovi retired tomorrow and was like, "No, I'm not doing this shit anymore." Right? any rider that they put on there is a risk for the rider, not for the team, because the team moving to Aprilia next year, you know, and they'll have probably Raul Fernandez in their width. But any rider that abandons their current team to race for that bike, no matter how long it gets, you know, it's a MotoGP seat, you know, you only get one in a lifetime. You might not get a ride to go back to after that.
Yeah.
Like if Garrett Gerloff did it, there's no guarantee that he'll end up back at GRT at the end of the year. You know, if Toprak was like, actually, no, I'll go and race that bike instead, there's no guarantee that he could then slot back into Pata Yamaha at the end of the year.
You risk someone better coming along and slotting into your seat then.
Yeah, and, you know, it's very obvious that RNF will probably be, you know, they want, you know, Alex Rins maybe, or it might be obviously Johan Mir. It could be Raul Fernandez. There's too many riders for that seat for then some random outsider to get it next year.
Yeah.
Dixon's not getting it. Let's just get that clear.
If Gas step up, he'll get it, but that's the only way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't promote Arenas, would they?
No, not yet. Arenas,
So the only-
give Arenas another year in MotoGP, no, Moto2, and I think he'll battle for title. But
Yeah.
I think he'll end up like a Marcel Schrotter kind of guy where he's always there or thereabouts. Will be like a career Moto2 man.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's nice to get paid to race, but
Yeah, that's it. I'd if I can race in Moto2 my entire career like Thomas Luffy did, I'd be more than happy.
but
Sure you would.
like obviously the stumbling block would be Paul the Zinc did. Remy probably would stay. There'd be no space.
Yeah, Remy's staying.
So then it'd have to be
tech-free.
2024, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why they keep saying that there's no rookies going to be stepping up next year. I can kind of see it because there aren't any seats.
Nah.
But then it puts us in the same predicament as F1. You've got Oscar Piastri, who's one of the most, he came in, won F3 as a rookie, moved to F2 and won that as a rookie the following year. He's one of the most hottest prospects in racing at the moment. And he hasn't got an F1 seat because there isn't anywhere to put him.
Yeah.
And yet some guy with a lot of money has come in and slotted in Alfa Romeo. Like we're coming into an F1 thing now.
Liam is going to hate you.
Well, like, thing is, right, the champion should automatically step up. You should not have a guy finishing second or third in
Especially
the
when you're a
championship
junior driver.
stepping up. Yeah, and so I'm trying to bring it back to MotoGP in a way, the fact that if Vietti wins the title this year, he deserves to step up.
Yeah.
And if a rider comes along because they got a bit more cash or they're Spanish or they're British because they're Jake Dixon and there's a gas seat up, he shouldn't get the seat because of that. You should get the seat because you've earned it as a champion, not because of how much money you've got. But unfortunately, that is the way the sport works.
Yeah, to put a bit of context on it as well, I'm glad Moto2 doesn't have the rule of F2, whereas if you win it, you have to move. You can't stay in the class. So
if you win F2 championship, you cannot stay for another year. You have to move
it's
on.
It's ruined careers. It's ruined De Vries. It's ruined Van Dorn, really. It's ruined. It's threatening to ruin Piastri. Like, imagine how many Moto2 rides may have gone awry, and to a lesser extent, 250s.
Well, like when Zarco won the 2015 title, and there was pretty much no good seats for the 2016 grid, so he stayed down.
Yeah, he would have had to move under F2 rules. Yeah,
and Tito moved up to the VDS squad, and you saw how shit that was.
Yeah.
And he was the only rookie that year because no one wanted to move up, and thankfully Zarco was allowed to stay down. But when Alex Marquez nearly stayed down as well, but obviously Jorge Lorenzo retired. Yeah. And if he didn't, and Lorenzo didn't retire, it'd have been screwed.
Alex Marquez probably would be in World Superbikes now if Lorenzo hadn't retired.
It probably will be next year anyways, but that's another.
I think that's tacker. You're after.
Yeah.
For Alex.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I think Vietti deserves Marini's seat.
Yeah, Marini should go to Pramac, in my opinion. Marini's showing now.
Marini's doing good. Yeah. I'm really, really, really impressed by Marini.
He's found racecraft.
He's a slow burner. He takes a bit to get into it. And when he gets there, he's good.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think he's found his form, found his rhythm now. And I'm really quite excited to see him progress over the next few rounds.
Yeah, the fact he can now race where he qualifies instead of plummeting
in the first few laps, yeah.
He was basically Maverick Vinales in a Ducati dress, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Now he's found racecraft. Bez has stepped up as well. That Pramac seat, if Martin gets the factory. But one of them needs to move and slot Vietti in. It's that simple. Anything else would be an insult, really.
I think the only way they'll get a rookie in is to do a Ducati shovel them around a bit. There is one space now thanks to Jack Miller's leaving, but then obviously it's been occupied by Miguel Oliveira. So again, they've still got the same number of riders on the grid.
Yeah, that's it. It's I don't know what to make of it. Honestly, it's a mess. I wouldn't keep Zarco, but I know
he's fourth in the championship.
I know we differ on that, but I'd look to the future as well and Zarco in it. But I also see where you're coming from for current. But then they try to treat
you can't look at
current,
future,
aren't they? So it's a weird one.
You can only look at now. You can't look at the future because if you look at the future, then you end up promoting riders who are too early for it, like Iker Corona, and then after 2 years they're out of a seat.
But then if you look at the future, like Marc Marquez, that's the other argument, isn't it?
Yeah, but Marquez is an anomaly. Like,
Yeah, so
unfortunately, you
Lorenzo,
can't compare Mark to anyone.
when it works, it really works. It's a risk.
But Lorenzo came in because he replaced an older Colin Edwards, who wasn't performing at the time, and they needed a guy to push Rossi to the best, and Lorenzo was the man to do it.
I just say, like, with bringing in someone to build for the future, it's always going to be a risk, no matter who it is. Sometimes you just got to pull the trigger, haven't you?
Yeah, but getting rid of Zarco would be suicide, especially given how shit Jorge Martin is doing.
Well, now he's got his forks back and he's had his op. I think we might see a different Martin in the second half of the season.
Yeah, but it's Zarco should.
I think he will, but if I was
basically
Shibadi, I'd be like, this guy.
It's all Suzuki's fault.
Yeah.
Basically.
Literally is Suzuki's fault. Like, honestly, yeah, straight up, it's Suzuki's fault. Like, if they weren't pulling out, it'd be fine.
They've pulled out such it's almost like a crucial Jenga piece. And the whole thing is just like, just a mess around it. Like, okay, you've got arguably, two of the best riders on the grid that really should have a seat next year that don't.
The 2020 champion.
Yeah, where are you going to put them?
Well,
they've got to go somewhere.
Repsol.
So
Mia's going to Repsol, and so
Mia'll go Repsol. Like.
Rins, I'm concerned for.
But he's good. Yeah. He's really good. And
he is good.
I'm genuinely concerned that Rins will not be on that grid next year, and he deserves to be.
I think he'll be an RNF, but then it leaves you with the place of there really needs to be 24 bikes on that grid next year. If there's not, why does Darren Binder, who genuinely deserves a seat and has proven he deserves a seat, will be left out to dry?
Yeah, the only thing that encourages me is that Dorna have said they have multiple interest in the Lin Suzuki seat.
Yeah, so thankfully.
I can't see us losing 2 bikes. It'll just be a different 2 bikes.
Yeah.
No, and thankfully, I'm glad. This sounds horrendous. I'm glad Dovizioso will probably retire because he's not good enough. He's not doing, brutally honest, he's not doing what he should be. He's not cutting the mustard.
He's not.
So at least there's one seat available, and it'll be on an Aprilia, which is good because they're a good bike. I get rid of him.
But seeing Dovi on the Aprilia would be nice as well. I would like to see
I think he'd do quite well, but I don't think he deserves it, to be honest. I'd get rid of Alex Marquez. I'd get rid of Takanaki Nakagami.
Yeah, I'd free up a lot of Honda seats.
Yeah, like
both.
That's it.
Yeah, honest.
Apart from that, I can't think of anybody else I'd get rid of.
Miller's already gone from where I would kick him out.
Yeah, but he's got a seat.
Yeah, but what I mean is, I'd free up a Ducati seat, Miller, but they've already acted on that. But other than that, I can't think of anyone who isn't really earning their seat in a way at this point anymore. Apart from maybe Frankie Morbidelli, but
yeah, Frankie's probably the only guy that I'd go, you're not performing.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to be really strict and brutal with a rider,
seat at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you have to be strict and brutal.
If you wanted to be absolutely brutal and take riders out that have the potential in them and have proven that they can do it, but they're not performing right now, then get rid of Frankie. Maybe get rid of Pol Espargaro as well. Fully out of MotoGP, and then
Miller, I would
get rid of Jorge Martin.
I wouldn't.
I'd get rid of Alex Marquez. I'd get rid of Takanaki Nakagami.
Yeah. Martin, no, because he has been really hindered by that crash still. So
yeah, but he has also crashed out of 7 races.
And then as soon as he gets his forks back that he likes, he's second. So I'm prepared to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but it's
at the same time, you also have to adapt to what you have as opposed to going backwards. And if you're going to be a factory rider, going back to 21 spec forks, I don't cut the mustard either. So that's something he's going to have to learn.
I disagree. Marquez has gone back to old chassis many times.
Shouldn't though.
But it's just what you have to do, isn't it?
The win is all that matters.
That's it. If it helps you win, because you can adapt, or you can just go back to what works, because teams and manufacturers do fuck up sometimes as well and put out shit forks.
But they can't. I don't think they're shit forks because none of the other 22s are stacking it quite regularly. It's just Martin can't get on with those particular ones. So I think it's an adaptation problem as opposed to a machine problem.
Or preference.
Because like with Mark, you can understand why he went back because some of those Hondas were pigs. Like they were bad bikes, let's be honest. Whereas I don't think the 22 forks are bad, so to speak.
Well, I don't know. I've not ridden them to be able to tell you, to be honest. But I think what works for Jorge Martin works for Jorge Martin.
They felt fine. So
yeah, like what works for Jorge Martin, I don't think really.
Yeah, he's a weird style as well, and he's like shouldered out. He's
very
really
extreme.
Far.
Yeah,
so that probably didn't help his cause.
Yeah, like as much as I love Morbidelli, I think Rins should have his seat. To be honest,
I've said it since day one that Rins should be on a Yamaha.
Mm-hmm.
From day one.
I think had he been informed of Suzuki wanting to leave at the start of the year, I think we would already see Rins announced instead of Morbidelli.
Morbidelli's already got that contract for another year.
That was a 2-year, wasn't it?
I think
then at the end of next year, he could, like, if Rins signs a 1-year deal with in World Superbikes with an option to come back for a year afterwards, then. But again, I don't want to see him go to World Superbikes because you get swallowed up. People forget.
Yeah,
like, racing, they've got short memories. Like, you go to World Superbikes for 1 year, you won't come back.
Yeah, people in the MotoGP paddock are already forgotten of how well Lecona did when he was racing that KTM. Like.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like, well, Stefan Bradl, for example, went to World Superbikes for a year, and that was just ended his career. Like, his full-time racing career ended after 1 year in World Superbikes because of that. Lecona's doing such a good job in in World Superbikes now, and he will not be tutored for any MotoGP seats, even to replace Alex Marquez, because why would they?
It's World Supers.
Yeah.
That's the other thing you've got to think is if a rider's doing well in World Supers, that translates to street bike sales. So you want to keep winning, so you ain't go back to MotoGP.
Yeah.
You're selling bikes.
Yeah, that's it. It's a tricky. It's
a one-way street, isn't it? I can't think of many riders who come from World Supers to MotoGP and really, really cut the mustard.
When you leave MotoGP, it is difficult to get back in. I am still stunned that Dovizioso managed to make his way back in, to be honest.
Yeah.
Still stunned. If Rossi hadn't retired, he wouldn't have a seat.
But if Granny had plums, she'd be grandpa, wouldn't it? It's opportunistic.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's my point is, and like obviously the Vinales thing happened. Vinales was still sat on a Yamaha. Dovi wouldn't have a seat.
Yeah, but if Vinales was sat on a Yamaha, he'd probably be crying in the corner right now, wouldn't he?
I wonder how Rossi would have done this season.
Oh, terribly. I think I genuinely straight up, I think he'd be battling for Raul Fernandez for last.
Yeah, I couldn't see him anywhere near top 10.
It'd be way off.
I don't think he'd be doing any better than Dovi, put it that way.
I think he would be doing better than Dovi, but I don't think he'd be... Yeah, like I'm not saying that we would expect him back at the front, but I don't think he would be...
He was no
doing
Fabio,
as poorly as the other RNF guys, and maybe even Morbidelli. Like, I don't know.
I can't see him. He'd be like a P20 man every race.
Yeah, I'm with Dad on this, unfortunately. I couldn't see anything past... if he got in the points, I think it'd be a good day for him.
He retired at a good time, I think.
Yeah.
Let me dream. Yeah, he did. Well, he could have retired a few years ago, to be honest.
He got out with his legacy still intact.
Yeah.
That's important to him.
He should have retired back in like 2018, to be honest.
2015, he should have...
God.
No, really, because that was his peak when
but then obviously if you peak, you're going to go, shit, I can do it again next year, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Unless you're Casey Stoner, of course.
Yeah, that's it.
But, there's a lot going on silly season. I'm sure there'll be announcements coming this weekend and this week, and we'll have a bit more of a better picture in Sachsenring that we can kind of discuss a bit more and give some opinions.
I'm quite interested who's going to replace Rodrigo in Moto2.
Yeah, because Gabriel Rodrigo's out for the rest of the season now. Maybe Senna will get it.
Smart money says Toledo, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, for money. But the thing is, Senna will be after a seat now so that he can bag. If he makes a Moto2 start now, this year, then he can join the Moto2 World Championship next year full time, despite being 17. So I think he will be gunning for a wild card at some point this year. That's why David Alonso got one this year.
I agree with it.
I would love to see him like maybe even Tolovic, like a rider who's actually doing well, I think would be good on it. But again, I guess I was going to say, but there's no guarantee of a ride next year, but it's Moto2. Riders move around all the time, so it doesn't really matter, to be honest.
Skip and jump to the next one, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'll be really angry if Peter Bicekowski gets it because he is not cutting the mustard in the Moto2 World Championship. In the Chev, he's doing all right, but he is like dead last by a lot.
Unfortunately, yeah.
The World
The
Championship.
only guy he beat was Corsi.
Yeah, like he is like 5 seconds off the pace. He's like Anna Carrasco on steroids.
Yeah, I like their mass damper solution. Have you seen it? The SAG mass damper solution, the little like fluorescent tubes.
No.
They developed their own mass dampers.
Oh wait, yes,
to put on the frame,
I did see that.
and
I have
to
seen
combat
that.
vibration. Yeah. I like the idea, but based on where they are, I don't think it's working.
I've seen on Twitter, I can't remember who posted it, the Speed Up have got their tear duct shaped forks like Ducati had.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got new forks that were tear ducts on it, and Alonso Lopez went P1 in the test.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a beast. I really like him.
Yeah. Like the thing is, it's like Moto2 is the most interesting for me because I think that's the least secure seats of the entire paddock.
Yeah.
Because you've got so much Moto3 talent coming through year after year.
Yeah.
The second you move up, you are immediately under threat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Like
even as a rookie, like if Fanati gets sacked that fast, then
that Spa's in a bit of a pickle for me. Because both Guevara and Garcia deserve to move up this year.
Yeah, that's it. They are really struggling there because both riders will want to step up, and if they can't put 3 bikes out, then they're going to lose one of them, and one of them will be champion. I'm almost certain it'll be one of them too.
Yeah, well, it is, isn't it? It's going to be.
Yeah,
like it is. Like Foggia haven't got the consistency, and the rest of the field are just not there. So it's going to be an Aspar bike.
Yeah,
it's a worrying thing to be an Aspar Moto3 rider right now. I think because Reynolds ain't going.
You will have a seat next year, 100%. But it's just about where, you know.
I wouldn't want to stay if I was champion in Moto3. Put it that way.
No, as in like they'll have a seat in Moto2 regardless. You know, it'll be just a case of might not be in Aspar. It might be, you know, Mark VDS or something like that.
Yeah, well, there's going to be Sam Lowe's seat free, isn't there?
Yep. Arbolino's re-signed, haven't he?
Has he? Okay.
I'm not sure. No, I don't know.
I think I'm 90% sure Arbolino's re-signed. I'm sure he saw something. Like, obviously, we need official confirmation. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, and yeah. So I don't know. It's a good one, Moto2. Yeah, you're right. Lowe's, I think, is out. I wouldn't keep him at this point in VDS. See to that level.
He's probably quite happy to as well. You know, he'll be comfortable enough financially. He's got his kids. He's got.
He took the HJC deal to shed loads of money.
Yeah, like he's probably.
This still works for VDS.
Yeah.
Like, so money ain't going to be tight. Like they're one of 3 A teams, in my opinion. IO, Mark VDS, and IO, Mark VDS, and VR46. They are the 3 A teams.
Yeah.
Then you've got like the rest of B teams, like Bosco Oscuro, Aspar, etc. And then you've got the C teams, SAG, Forward.
Yeah.
More back of the grid people.
I think, yeah, it is a weird one with Moto2 because, like, well, I'm pretty sure I've said before, it's my least favorite class to watch. And as a result, I kind of don't know the names of most, or not most of them, some of them. Like, you know, a lot of the back runners, I'm like, oh yeah, who are you about?
I think this season, it's actually been like one of the best. It's been really good this season.
Has been better.
It's been better because of inconsistency, which is really bad to say.
Yeah.
But the front runners, none of them have secured the bag, have they, so to speak? Like.
You missed the Pons team from an A team.
I would not put Pons at A team.
It was, and then it fell off, and now it's
I would not put Pons as an A team. I'd put Annett as an A rider on a B team.
Whatever Jacob says goes, eh?
Yeah. That's it.
No,
next.
I don't know. I don't see Pons as the A team, but
yeah, but what about Antonelli? He's doing shite, isn't he?
True, but I don't base it on rider. I base it on team, like as a whole, they are the 3 you look factory. Then, if you get me.
Sorry, I'm just going for the Moto2 riders, right? And I see the first upon him, Manzi. He looks like a chicken in headlights.
What the hell is that?
He just looks like he's...
You know what happened there, don't you? He just seen his missus kissing someone else.
Gone. Smile. Oh, fuck.
He looks ill. He looks unwell.
Sorry for the audio listeners. Go on MotoGP.com and look for the Moto2 riders and find his photo.
I love his boots, man.
Ugh, horrible.
Yeah, you don't like City, do you? But I like his boots. They fit that really well. They're nice. Not true.
Well,
there goes City
there goes a podcast sponsor. Yeah.
Oh, they're ugly. I wouldn't want.
Oh,
I raced for City for years and they were great, man.
Raskin.
I did break my leg in the pay mine,
but not his foot.
Random photos. Daunting. But yeah, right. Should we go into these predictions and end this podcast because there's not really much to talk about?
Yeah, let's just go. Fill me in.
We haven't actually
everything.
discussed much of Chev.
No one really gives a shit, to be honest. So
wow, people do, man.
I don't care. Anyway, so going into these predictions, right? Cameron. So let's go back. So obviously you were with us for Le Mans, weren't you?
Yes.
And that was when obviously you remember that I gained a massive points advantage at ref, and then Le Mans, left Le Mans with 84, me in the lead with 84, Jacob in 74 in second, you in third with 62 points, and Ryan in fourth with 47.
Right.
So for the audio listeners, obviously we do our predictions. I will explain how they work in a minute if you've never listened to the podcast. But Cameron has missed the last two episodes and hasn't kept up. So
Sorry.
I'm gonna run through Cameron's things quickly, just so we're not like going through it all, and I'll give the points as well. So when Mugello happened, you had Onshu on the box, so on the pole, but it was Sasaki, and you had Garcia to win. Sorry, I can say that again. Garcia won, Guevara second, and Suzuki finished in third. You predicted Foggia to win, Mignot second, and Masia third. So you scored 0 points for Moto 3.
Okay.
In Moto 2, Acosta won, with Roberts second, Agura third, and Canet on pole. You went for Vietti win, Canet second, Dixon third, and Chantra on pole. So you scored 0 again.
Oh, gnarly. Okay.
Then in MotoGP, Bagnaia won, Quartararo second, Espargaro third, and Didier on pole. You put Bagnaia first, Bastianini second, Miller third, Martin on pole, so you got 10 points.
Oh, okay.
But I predicted Bagnaia first, Quartararo second, and Aleix third, meaning I scooped 25 points.
He just had to bring that back up, didn't he? That wasn't going inside, was it?
Well, no, because I need to give him an update on what's going on. So going into that, so leaving that, I've gone from 84 points to 120. Jacob's still in second from 74 to 81.
Yeah, and Canet.
You've gone from 62 to 72, and Ryan's gone from 47 to 60.
Oh, wow.
After Mugello. Now, I really want to kill Aleix Espargaro at Catalunya because I, once again, would have had the correct podium if he didn't.
Yeah, I think Aleix Espargaro wanted to kill Aleix Espargaro, didn't he?
Yeah, so I would have doubled up and back-to-back got them correct. But anyway, in the Moto 3, Guevara won, Munoz got second, and Suzuki third with Foggia on pole. You put Foggia to win, Masia second, McPhee third, and Foggia pole, so you get 1 point.
Yes, Foggia. I didn't put McPhee.
No, McPhee third. McPhee third, you put.
This guy.
Yes, McPhee, let's go.
In Moto 2, it was Vietti to win. Vietti won, Canet second, Fernandez third, Vietti pole. You put Acosta first, Canet second, Agura third, and Agura pole, so you got 5 points. In MotoGP, it was Quartararo, Martin, Zarco, and Aleix on pole. You put Bagnaia, Bastianini, then Aleix third, and then Pecco on pole, so you scored 0 again.
Aleix, man.
Yep. So, leaving Catalunya and heading into Sachsenring, I've gone at Catalunya from 120 points to 139.
So, right.
Jacob's gone from 81 to 92. Cameron, you've gone from 72 to 78. And Ryan has gone from 60 to 72, meaning he's 6 behind you.
Nice. Good job, Ryan.
So I am leading by a country mile at this point.
You know what's funny? It just hit me. They've never spoken, Cam and Ryan.
No, I've never
They
spoken to
competed
this guy.
against each other.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And they competed against each other. I just thought then.
Funny that, isn't it?
Hilarious.
And also, where's your whiskey?
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm still like I said, it feels like midday right now in Vancouver time. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm all over the shop. I don't feel right. Jet lag's weird.
Wait, where was it you went again? Sorry, I didn't catch it. Is it?
So I flew to Calgary via Toronto, and
Okay.
and then I drove a sick RV all the way from Calgary to Vancouver, and it was great.
Right, I'm going to be sad bastard. Was it a 2-berth or a 4-berth or a 6-berth?
It was a 6-berth.
6-berth? Was it for just the two of you?
Yeah, it was huge. It had the whole slide out thing for the living room and everything. It was great. It was a beast.
Oh, so you made use of all those beds, obviously for sleeping.
Well,
sleeping.
Two of the beds are like weird little kid beds. So, no.
Yeah, a man of
You just wanted ample.
fit in there.
You just wanted
heft?
ample places to sleep. That's not hefty. That's just sexy.
Yeah.
It's a dad bod. Have you got a kid on the way yet? Then
No.
he's been trained as dad bod for that. You know.
That's it.
The dad.
Yeah, and I've been learning for dad jokes from Jacob. So
There you go. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
Right. Let's get into our predictions.
Yeah.
For the Session Ring. So
I have text
I've gone
Ryan as well,
very-
but he hasn't got back
Oh wait,
yet.
I haven't written these down. I'm just gonna.
I've gone very bland for my ones. I will not lie because I want to score as many points as possible.
This is the thing with the points. It's taking the fun out
I
of it.
haven't put Munoz on the podium though.
No, I'm not either. Anyway, go on then. Hit us. Pole positions.
Sick. Right. Pole position, Moto 3. I've gone for Guevara. Jacob?
Yeah, I was going he's on as well. He's in form at the moment.
Yeah. Cameron?
Fine, I'll go Garcia then.
You need to stop doing that if you're going someone else. Like, if
I
you-
know it's probably cost me a lot, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
you
I
need to
want to
stop
keep
doing
it
it.
interesting. So
Right. I'm going to do it a different way this time to make us so we're not copying each other. Right. Third place. I've gone Dennis Foggia.
Right.
Jacob, who are you going third?
Garcia.
Cameron?
Sasaki.
Who's injured?
Yeah, I
He's
don't
injured.
even
He's
know
not
if he
riding.
riding. Yeah.
See, this is the thing. I haven't like watched the races
Well,
either, so I don't.
Snapped both his collarbones. He nearly died.
Oh yeah, he nearly died, didn't he? Okay, can I say
might
not
be past
Sasaki?
fit, we don't know yet.
No, you can change. You can change.
Okay. Oh man, let's mess things up. Let's go McPhee. Yeah.
Welcome to 0 points.
Oh, you know what would have been smart money this one? I'm not even taking the Mickey. Firstly, Munoz got a win here last year.
Mm.
And secondly, smart money would have been on David Salvador.
How smart money?
I think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna ride. That's the problem. I think Sasaki will be past fit.
I don't. Okay, right. Second place, I've gone for Guevara. Jacob second.
Garcia.
And Cameron
Oh,
second.
it really is just between those two, isn't it?
It is.
Garcia.
Right, okay. And I've gone Garcia to win. So I'm assuming both of you have gone Guevara to come.
No.
Oh, okay. Right, Jacob, first place.
Dennis on Chu.
Ooh.
And Cameron's gone with Guevara.
Yes, I have.
I'm not putting
Okay,
Izan
well.
on the podium.
Okay.
Feel unclean about it.
Right. And despite his car crash today, where he smashed his face up and his head up and got cut out of his Corvette, I put Canet on pole.
Karen.
Karen.
Canet on pole. He does well when he's injured, apparently. So,
Mm.
Jacob, pole
Augusto Fernandez.
Oh,
form.
Was you going
Cameron.
Augusto?
yeah, I was, and I'm not going to do the
Yeah,
thing now.
I
I'm
do
gonna,
mine on the cuff. See,
I'm
I
gonna.
don't write them down.
Well, I'm just going to go with it as well because I keep changing.
Okay,
just
so
in
that's-
response.
Yeah,
and I'm just
you
gonna say
two actually
Fernandez.
like note your people down, but I do it off the cuff.
Sick. Right. Me, Motor 3, I've gone Canet. Jacob? No, me, third place, Canet.
I'm gonna go Agura.
And Cameron?
was also going to go Gura, but we can't keep doing this. So I'm going to say, I'll say, that was my other thought. I don't know. I'll say Acosta for a laugh. Let's see what happens.
I don't think it's a laugh at this point. That's the worst bit.
Right. Second place for me, I've gone Agura. Jacob second.
The perennial second place man, Aaron Canet.
And Jacob, what's his name? Cameron. Second
Jeff.
place.
Fernandez, please.
Right. First place, I've gone with Vietti. Safe bet, but screw it. Jacob,
he
winner.
exists.
Chandra.
Okay. And Cameron, winner.
In an absolute swing of glory before the summer break, and even though he's injured, I'm going with Canet just because it would be absolutely mental.
It would be sick.
Yeah, Chandra's done crap last race, so he's going to podium this time, and he's so up for the win.
Interesting, none of us have said Joe Roberts though, who is in form.
No.
Or Dixon, or Arenas.
I'd put Arenas over Dixon. Put it that way.
Same. Right. GP pole position, I've gone safe as hell with Fabio Quartararo.
I'm going Pego.
Okay, and Cameron?
Yeah, Fabulous Fabio, please.
Fabulous Fabio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Third place, I've gone with Bagnaia. Jacob third.
See, though, I'm debating it because I don't want to lose points. But I really think this might be the one. I'm going with it. Fuck it. Maverick Vinales.
Second.
The third.
On a really tight, twisty track where you definitely get beat up in the first lap.
I think he'll qualify well and get out, though. That's the thing.
But you can't do that.
That's wishful thinking, isn't it?
He did it at Catalunya at last. He raced to see if this one off.
I've just changed my race winner over. Cameron.
Third place. Elish for third.
I can't spell. Argar. Okay, and Fabio Quartararo.
Yep, same.
Okay, and Cameron.
Yeah, also same.
God's sake. Right, I've put my risk on this one because he was good last year. Late race pace and all that malarkey. Miguel Oliveira to win.
I've gone Elish to win. This is a pretty as dawn. I'm calling it.
Okay, and Cameron.
You know what happens when people get let go of the factory Ducati team?
Yeah,
they win a race.
Yes.
I'm putting Miller.
They do. They do. I respect it. Like literally though, Dovi, Lorenzo,
Capirossi did it.
Capirossi.
So yeah, I'm putting Miller.
Yeah.
Just
Marco Melandri shit, wait.
Oh yeah.
In case he's still going to win his last race for Ducati.
No, he got second.
And he won the Australian round before, didn't he?
He won Phillip Island, and then got second at Valencia, and then won his Repsol Honda debut. Yeah.
Speaking of,
he could have done the Rossi thing.
That's what I wanted to mention about Miller. Was he won in his last KTM appearance? It was in Moto3 and it was 2014, but he could feasibly get KTM back-to-back wins if he wins in Qatar.
That would be absolutely mental.
If that happens, that would be the start of the year. That's like pub quiz ammo, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. Sick. Well, we've got 40 seconds until we're an hour, and then I can end this podcast. So
Ryan haven't replied to me. I'm gonna have to discipline him.
Oh God.
So let's just talk about the weather. So right now, it's not raining, so it's all right.
Anybody would think we get paid for this because you're trying to stretch it to an hour.
I wish I got paid for it. Bloody hell! If anyone wants to pay me, let me know.
And revenue coming in at an hour.
Yeah, well, we're getting some good hits now, so the money's going to start rolling in. So don't worry.
Chase a whiskey sponsor.
Yeah, that'd be sick. You can do it then. Go on. I'll leave that with you, Jacob, if you want it so bad. Right, so we've just hit an hour. So thank you, everybody, for listening to this podcast. I hope you've enjoyed, and we'll be back next weekend after the German Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Bye.
Leaders.